What's up, everyone? I'm Shane Salonitri. On this episode of Okay, What's Next, we're discussing what makes an NFT project good and what makes one bad. We are also joined by the owners of the Holy Black, where we will be discussing how a business can successfully transition into the NFT space without feeling forced. Nick, I'm sending it to you. Nick.
Huh? Oh, my bad. Run that intro.
What's next? What's next? What's next? Hello. Welcome to Okay, What's Next? Once again, I'm Shane Salonitri. To my right, we got the man that's taking advantage of our product, of our episode sponsor today, with that thin hair with a little texture powder in there. What's up, Nick? How you doing today?
Hey, simply Shane. How you doing?
All right. Well, you gave me warning that you're gonna throw it back. I thought you were gonna throw it back with like a little jab. I made that thin hair joke, but I mean,
hey,
I'm destined to go bald too. I'm destined to go bald.
It's my way. It's the way that I'm supposed to live.
I know. I like it. I'm not.
I don't know.
You're not going bald. I say like
this matte texture powder, courtesy of the Holy Black, has really helped me show some volume in my hair.
Your hair looks good. Your hair looks good, dude. All right, let's go to the man on the left. He's also taking advantage of our episode product sponsor today, Mr. Cody Eccleston. Not rocking the curls today.
Nah, gotta keep it more natural. At least I like.
You got some good mustache wax.
He went back to
a lot better.
He went back to his what is that? Sporticus.
Cody,
episode 1.
The mustache is looking good. You're rocking a little swag with the Holy Black.
You didn't realize he got casted for Sonic 3. Dr. Eggman.
I'm not gonna lie. No. In all honesty, this morning it was definitely looking a lot Dr. Eggman-ish. But you know what? It's all right. I'm gonna throw it back to you, Shane, Mr. Person that wears a lot more makeup than Raggedy Ann.
I'm not wearing makeup.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not, dude.
What do you mean?
Dude,
you were in the bathroom for 45 minutes this morning.
I got acne on my face still. What the heck are you talking about? I respect the attempt, but you got to do the research beforehand. Anyway.
Hold on, Shane. I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at the side of your face when you're talking. Did you get punched in the face? Did you get in a bar fight or something?
Wow, because I've been making jokes about you guys.
I'm just trying to say.
Oh, you're in a little book? Yeah, I got a little scar on the side of my face. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into it. Cody, tell me, what are we talking about in this episode?
Very simple topic. What makes an NFT project good or bad?
All right,
Simple as that.
Perfect. And before we actually get into the episode and introduce our first guest, let's talk about our product sponsor. I keep saying product sponsor. Our episode sponsor, the Holy Black. The Holy Black is a men's grooming company, and they got a whole lot of products.
There's a lot.
Everyone used them today. This is right here, the traditional shaving cream, the matte clay,
this one,
snake oil, the texture powder. That
for those of you
the
guys,
texture powder is cool.
For those of you guys that have thin hair, just like me, make sure you pick up some of that matte clay and some of the texture powder. Put in your hair. It gives you a lot of volume. I mean, I'm looking like I got a full head of hair.
You do.
I'm looking like I got a full head of hair. I'm telling you.
Good today. Your hair is looking fresh.
Yes, sir.
Your hair is looking fresh. And also, we have the founders of the Holy Black that are actually going to be coming on this episode, and we're going to talk to them about their project. I did some research. They have a very strong community.
Yep.
They've been building it before the NFT space for the last, I want to say, like 8 years. They've been building this community, and it's very strong. And I'm excited to talk to them.
It's my favorite place to go. My favorite barbershop, at least.
Well, of course, because half the barbers there have curly cues like you, Cody.
And the barbershop is just a side thing they do. Their main thing is actually the products.
Yeah.
And I had this nice display made. Good. All right. So anyway, let's jump into our conversation. What makes an NFT project good? But before we do that, Cody, who are we going to introduce?
We have to introduce our Norwegian robot.
Okay, Cody, with a little gentle flair to his voice. Introducing our Norwegian robot, Elias!
Yo.
Elias.
What is he doing down here?
Yeah, where did you just come from? Where did he come from? Get up from there. Get up from there. Get off the set, dude. This guy is always hiding on the set, trying to get a little airtime.
Jesus, stealing
trying to
my
give us
spotlight.
bunny ears.
Come on, man.
He's out here giving us bunny ears during the episode. What are you doing, producer Sal? Okay, Elias.
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome to Okay, What's next? How you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. How are you guys?
We're doing good. How is your day going? How is Norway? How is all that snow?
Very good. It's so much snow. I'm almost yeah.
Elias,
yeah.
Elias, I love you, dude. That is the best intro. So let's jump right into it. The question today is, what makes an NFT project good? Nick, I'm starting with you.
Or bad.
Or bad. Nick, tell me, what makes an NFT project good? What makes
There's a
one
couple
bad?
things, Shane. There's a couple things. First and foremost, what I look for in an NFT project to make it either is good or bad, the utility. The utility is one of the biggest things. On top of that, you gotta vet it. We talked about this in episode 1. How do you vet a project? Are the founders doxed? Is this, that, third? You gotta look more into the project. You gotta be able to vet it yourself. And if you feel that it's a good thing or a bad thing, I mean, projects that are bad are probably people that aren't doxed. They got all these hundreds of thousands of people in their Discord and on their social media, but little engagement. Obviously, bots.
People are trying to get that quick cash.
Exactly.
Elias, hit us with it. What makes an NFT project good for you?
I think the most important thing and what I find the most exciting about an NFT project is, of course, the utility, and projects that are taking the utility seriously and thinking long term about them. And for example, I think many NFT projects are going to fail because of many reasons, but I think the ones who are going to survive are the ones that take their utility seriously.
Great way to put it.
I mean, you gotta think about it. You gotta put it. What in this what part of the utility can personally help me?
That's the way
And I
founders
think
have to
that's
do
the
it.
whole thing about NFTs, or maybe down the line we're going to see. You can compare it as as a subscription service. What would you like to subscribe to? You subscribe to Netflix to watch movies and Netflix or a series. You subscribe to Spotify to listen to music. You can look at it kind of like that as well. What kind of things are you into, and subscribe to your NFT because you're into it.
Exactly. Cody, what do you think? What do you think makes a project good?
So, like Nick was saying too, utilities right now, the basis that everyone's following on is what can this NFT do for me, other than just make me money, right? Am I just buying a picture, or am I buying like an access pass or something like that? Just the amount of utility that anything can bring. And there's just a list of things that, different utilities. But that's the first thing I always look at. Then it's the community, like as well as what Nick was saying. The community, is it backed? Like, did they have something built out? Is there a lot of people hyped for this? Is it going to get sold out? These are like the two big things I always look for. And that's what I hope is a good NFT project. There's a lot of bad ones where it's like, oh, here's a quick NFT. The roadmap's not built out. The users aren't doxed, like the people that made it. So it's all of these things that I feel that just make it bad. So like it has everything.
Yeah, I mean, when I personally look at a project, and this day and age, in the day of the rug pull, I want a project to have a team of founders that are fully doxed. I want to know who it is. if you're saying you're making a game, I want to know, is your background in game development? If, for instance, the people that are coming on today, the owners of the Holy Black, I mean, they're going to take us to school on building a community because they've been doing it way before NFTs were even a thing.
That's their thing, though. Their specialty is building a community. I mean, if you look at the Holy Black as a whole, they have a barbershop here in New York. They're also an e-commerce brand across nationwide.
Yep.
And it's like they have this little community. I wouldn't say little, in all honesty.
It's not little. It's not.
They have this
it's
community.
homegrown. It's organically
Exactly. They have this community. And I mean, we jumped into their Discord a little bit, and their Discord is popping. And I mean, popping. They have about, I think it's 30, last time I checked, it was 3,500 to 4,000, somewhere in that.
3,500, dedicated
Yeah.
members. I can't wait to talk to them because it's like, it's a men's grooming product company.
Yeah.
You don't expect that transition into the NFT space, but after looking into it and digging into it, it really is like
interesting.
they were meant for this. I'm very excited to talk to them, but I want to keep this conversation rolling before we wrap this up and move into our interview.
So I actually have a question for you, Shane.
Yeah, Cody, hit me.
So, like you said, it's a men's grooming company, but here's the question. More and more companies are getting into this NFT space. What kind of companies are you looking to hopefully build an NFT, right? Obviously,
great
big
question.
brands like
That's a great question.
Coke made one where it was like a one-on-one thing while back kind of thing, but like what big brands or like even small companies like would you like to see turn into an NFT or at least join the ranks?
I don't have an answer for that. I know you guys will probably say gaming companies. If I can guess, no. I would guess it depends on just how they're doing it, how they're going about it.
I'm optimistic for the gaming companies to join, but
I'm a big admirer of belts. You know, I don't own a lot of belts myself, but I like, Ferragamo belts. Love the.
Yeah, right.
I'm serious. No, I'm serious. I love the look of them, and then like Gucci. Like I've always wanted a Gucci belt. I can't afford one. But, like if Gucci released an NFT that was like a one-of-one belt for like however many NFTs they have, like I would try and get one if I had the money. You know what I mean? Like that's a brand like Gucci.
All right, so designer brands.
Yeah.
I don't think most people are coming out and be like, oh, hey, what company do you want to see make an NFT? Belts.
No, but I mean like
designer brands.
But that's to say, designer brands. I don't wear Gucci clothing. I don't wear Gucci shoes. I don't wear Gucci watches and anything. I wear Gucci. I would wear a Gucci belt, and like I had one in the past. It was fake, but like it was one of those things that was like, I'm not one of those people that want to be in your face that I'm wearing designer like Supreme, like those people that wear Supreme all over the place. They have Supreme shoes, pants, sweatpants. They have Supreme shirts, hats, all this stuff. I don't want to be that guy, but very subtle. The Ferragamo belt,
Would you want to be that guy in the metaverse?
100%. I would definitely be that guy in the metaverse.
Elias, what type of company do you want to see go into the Web3 space and that you would buy into that project?
That's a very good question. And I think there are a bunch, but it's hard to say what companies should do in the metaverse because, there's so many things and like what kind of utilities could they bring. But I'm excited to see, for example, the music industry, how they can like really get involved in the NFT industry, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
That is, I think a lot of people have been waiting for that. Me personally, I'm waiting for the sports scene to move into it. Obviously, we all know Top Shot, NFL All Day, all that. But I want to see some good utilities that like make it like actually valuable. Where maybe if you have that team's NFT, you get some type of special perk or some type of utility. That's like, I really want to see that. But Elias, we don't have your audio right now. We got you cut out. Did we lose Elias?
Can you hear me?
He's back.
We got you.
Yo.
All right.
Okay.
What were you saying? We didn't hear anything that you were just saying, but we saw your mouth moving.
Oh, I see. I'm also excited to see it. I watched the YouTube video.
Connection.
His connection is a
we
little
keep having-
booty.
I think we lost him. All right. Well, anyway, we're keeping this opening section short because we got a very exciting guest on the horizon. Before we dive into that, let's take a quick break. Let's get a message from our sponsor, talk about these products a little bit, but we will see you on the other side of the break with an exclusive interview with the owners of the Holy Black. We'll see you guys there.
This episode is brought to you by the Holy Black. I'm joined here with Matt. Take us through what we got.
What's up, guys? So we're the Holy Black. We're a men's grooming company. We have a full line of men's grooming products. Here you have, this is our shaving cream. We have 3 different types of pomade. We have a matte pomade, a super hold called Super Max, and then our regular pomade. And then we have a couple other products. We do some shaving soaps and shaving brushes. We also have a sterile hand sanitizer, texture powder, and a bunch of other things. You can check out our website, theholyblack.com, and you can find us on any social media platform, The Holy Black. We're also in the process of starting our NFT, which is the Holy Black Brotherhood. You can check that out as well.
And we are back with an interview with the Holy Black. We're joined with Matt and Stefan. Guys, how you doing? We're glad to have you on. Okay, what's next? Welcome.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
Yeah, man, let's go.
So, obviously, you guys are sponsoring the episode. We got your products here. I want to dive into it right away. You guys it's a men's grooming product company. How does that translate into the NFT space? How did you get into the NFT space from this?
So what happened was that like our marketing strategy has pretty much been, and not really strategically, it's just kind of out of pure passion. We made a lot of limited edition products. So we have our standard products that you could buy on the website, but every couple months we try to do something in-house where we take a concept of a really cool idea and then we'll take it and we'll design it in-house, we'll manufacture it in-house, and then we make like promotion for it and video and stuff like that, and we just drive traffic to it, and then we usually sell them out, and then people will buy them, they'll put them up on eBay, and then they'll resell them, and it kind of was like almost like a natural transition for us when we learned what an NFT was and how they worked. It kind of was like we've been doing this for a long time. Like we find a really cool limited edition product, we sell it, we drive hype to it, we make a community based around it, and it was just like a physical form of an NFT. So once we kind of figured out what the platform was, it's just became super natural to us to kind of go in that direction. You know, that kind of hit on that? Is that kind of how you feel that?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing is that like our limited edition products are always like super over the top. You know what I mean? They're not like these are our regular products, and like we did all the design on these in house, and they're super like I think they're good looking, but the stuff we make for the limited editions are like in these like crazy colored bottles, and they're all dipped in wax, and like they come in this crazy packaging, and it's really important that we make like these heirloom products that people they really want to get them, and we only can make a certain amount because it's just us making them. So what happens is we end up with like 300, 500 of them, and there's 1,000 people that want them, so people grab them and then they trade them back and forth for other ones we've done, and they sell them on eBay for 10 times the price, and it becomes like it's like an ongoing thing where there's guys who are collecting all of our products. So going into NFTs is like, let's get this collection going, and and I don't know if you want to talk about the whole brotherhood side of things, and we have like a club that we started early when we started this company almost 9 years ago now. And we have like a little bit of a club, and we'll talk about that. But we're kind of mixing those two ideas together, and that's really where the NFT comes into play with the utility and things like that.
I mean, essentially what you guys just explained to me, those are physical NFTs before NFTs were even a thing.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I mean, you guys brought one. Should we?
Yeah, you want me to? I can show
Yeah.
it to you.
Let's open it right now.
Oh, what'd you bring?
I brought a Ultimate Creeper. This is actually, so we do a thing called Creeper, which is it's an aftershave. So we, just to back up a little bit, so you can kind of understand why we're here and what.
I kind of jumped to the NFT stuff.
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
tell
No,
us
it's
about the Holy Black, I guess.
So, I mean,
start of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go that
back.
deep, way back. So we both come from a whole family of barbers. Our grandfather was barbers, our uncles were barbers, and we inherited all of their old straight razors and aftershaves and all that type of stuff. And there was one aftershave in particular that's called Schulten's Old Spice from the 30s. And it was like the best fragrance ever, and like we like savored it, like, you know what I mean, like we like use very little bits.
Yeah, the new stuff just doesn't hold up. It's like
Yeah.
they can't use those ingredients anymore, so it's like special. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then he started ordering fragrances and trying to like recreate it and like try to make more of it. And what happened was we came up with our signature scent, and he started like gifting it as like presents for Christmas to our family and stuff like that, and then to his friends. And then people started asking for it, and he was in a mom's basement and just like making shaving soap and wrapping them in coffee filters. And he just
A mad scientist in the
yeah,
biz.
for real. But it started to get out of hand, and he's like the super creative portion of the business. Like he has ideas for days, and I used to own music studios at the time, and he just got to the point where like he came to me and he was like, "Yo, like this turned into a real business," and
I
like
didn't even want to do that. I was trying to make like a hobby out of it, like make a couple bucks on the side, and he's like, this is working a little bit. It could work a lot. Like let me like come in as a partner. And I was like, I was like ready to close the doors on the whole thing. I'm like, it's just too much. You know what I mean? and he put me in one of his music studio rooms. It was like a 10 by 10 room, and then we started doing promo and stuff, and then that's when we came up with the idea to do all these limited edition products. And then we went from a 10 by 10 to a 15 by 15, and then we ended up building a whole new, shop pretty much. And it's just been growing ever since in that direction.
Yeah, and what's crazy is like the limited editions wasn't like a strategic marketing strategy. Like, we'll make these cool things that will drive hype to our website, that'll make people buy our regular products. It was just like, he's like, oh, you know what we should do? We should make like a vampire hunter kit, and the cross, you could open it up, and inside there'll be pomade, and we can make fake spider web. Like, he just goes all in on these crazy ideas. But what happened is it worked in that exact way where, like, we would make them, and our whole thing is we make media of everything we do. Like, media is a huge portion of our business. Again, for something that's just we're super passionate about. It's just fun. Like, the whole limited edition and making the media just became really fun to us to do, and the people loved it, and it worked in that way where they would sell out, and then it would drive traffic to our website for the people that did want to buy, that didn't know about our regular products, because people would share them and stuff like that. So it was just kind of so back to what I was doing with the Creeper. So we come from like a before we were in like barbershops and doing wholesale and all that. We were in like a really niche market, which was wet shaving, which is like people that shave the traditional way with like old like Italian style hot process, like handmade soap, and we made custom shaving brushes with bear knots and all that. And so a lot of our customer base in the beginning was all shavers, like really like, and I don't mean like normal shavers, like these people, they just care about shaving. Like, it's like
That's their like a main hobby.
Yeah. So
I was one of those guys when I first got into
that's
it.
what made you start.
I was really into wet shaving. I thought it was the coolest thing, the old brushes and the straight razors and sharpening them and all that stuff. And like, it was a pretty big market, but there was no one really, there's no big players in the market. So, when I started, I was making like fragrances that were never made in shaving soap before. It was always like, for men, it was like sandalwood, lavender, almond, and that was it. So I was doing like whiskey-based aftershaves, and so we're always trying to do like new stuff. And it just became like, I don't know, it just, I don't even know where I'm going.
Well, no, I think where you could go is, instead of me explaining what Creeper is, you should, because you have a better handle on.
So all of the limited editions have like an angle, like a what would you call
like
it?
A different aesthetic or a different time. Like, we keep everything like period correct to the whatever it is we're doing. So like this one in particular, to be honest,
every one of them has a gimmick, is what I really mean. Like the Creeper has this synthetic menthol in it that's never been used in an aftershave. They use it in gum, actually. Like if you ever had like a gum that's not mint flavored, but it's like icy. What do they call that?
Spearmint?
But no mint.
It has that like the ice cube gum. I had a piece of ice cube gum the other
But
day.
it's like
that
fruit
was
flavored, but it's also cold. What it comes down to is that every time you get an aftershave with menthol in it, which is a pretty common thing, it's cold, but it smells like mint. So you can't put other fragrances in it. So I found this synthetic menthol that doesn't smell like mint. It's like 5 times colder than regular menthol. And I started putting it in aftershaves. The first one we did was called Lavender Creeper. It was like a lavender fragrance, but when you put it on your face, it gets like ice cold, and it like creeps up really slow, and it lasts for like an hour. And it's like, it's almost magic.
And that's how you got the Creeper name.
Yeah, so people like freaking out over it. I sent it out as like a little sample.
that might have been our first limited edition, right?
Yeah, Lavender Creeper was like my well.
I mean,
the first idea I had was the Gold Rush. So we besides just like that's the gimmick for the Creepers, and we do one every year. And then other projects, like we have one called the Galleon, which smells like an old ship, but it always has a treasure hunt attached to it. It comes with a little map, and like one guy drove out here from Ohio to Long Island to dig it up in the woods where I hid I hid all these old pirate coins from a shipwreck, and like some of the soaps we made, when you get to the bottom, you open it up and there's a gold nugget in the bottom. It's called Gold Rush, and like when you got to the bottom, you got everybody got a little tiny gold nugget worth like $12 or something like that, but one of them had like a $600 gold nugget in it. We did that a couple times, things like that. Yep. So I got all these like weird ideas, and I have to like make them fit the Holy Black so that I can do them. Because he's always like, "What are you gonna make money on that?" I'm like, "No, I just want to do this. Like, I want to run these scavenger hunts or treasure hunts. I want to build this weird thing." He's like, make it Holy Black related, and we could do it. So we just come up with ideas, and then we run them. And people seem to like them, so we just keep doing them. And the Creepers have been our like biggest seller, because they just have a look to them, and we always do really great media for them, and like it's just been like the only thing we do like twice. Like we'll keep doing them. You know what I
So we
mean?
did lavender creeper, we did ruby red creeper, we did coconut creeper,
Tangerine creeper.
Oh,
And
that
the
was
ultimate
additional.
creeper.
And
Yeah.
the ultimate creeper.
Well, I'm
That
looking
tangerine
at
was
like the graphic for the Ultimate Creeper.
Oh, so
Like you said about the media, like it's just like that still right there. It's just like
so the
very,
ultimate
very
creeper is super 80s, like 80s synthwave. So all the media we made for it was super 80s synthwave. But if you go into some of our other past projects in products, you'll see that like we have different aesthetics. Like the ruby red is super 70s, and if you go even further down, like you'll see the lavender creeper is really Victorian, and there's we just use different like aesthetics for every one. And
To be honest, the ultimate creeper is the only time we've ever did anything that was like
that modern.
You know what I mean? Like most of our stuff is like 1800s, early 1900s, maybe 1950s. Like that's really
Yeah, I think 1950s is the cutoff. Like
Yeah.
like when we did like the grease gun pomade. That's like 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
So
I'll open this up so you guys get an idea of the unboxing and the packaging of it. It's got all this crinkle paper that makes a mess all over my shop.
you should see.
just throw it on the floor.
Clean up later. So this is the bottle for I don't know.
That's a blue one. They came in multiple colors.
Yeah, so these came in a bunch of colors. They glow in the dark. They're all wax dipped. And then they come with a matching shaving soap. This one has a pink leopard print. Fucking
See by the bell.
yeah.
And they're all different colors too. You don't know what color you're gonna get. They
Yeah.
don't usually match. But like,
Honestly, the packaging on this thing is so cool, and
yeah, we do all the design in house. Like, we don't farm anything out.
That's like another thing that like we really like pride ourselves on is everything that we do under our roof. It's me, him, and Box, who's our media guy. So like we come up with we sit around and we come up with an idea, get ripped. We come up with an idea, and then it's really cool the process though, because when you have an idea and then you could at the end of it have the physical form of what like you kind of came up with. It's really fun, and that's why like the NFT space is like same thing with our NFT. Like it's really important to us that we do everything in house. Like originally we were going to try to farm out artwork and we were going to farm out marketing because that's what everybody was doing, but like it just didn't feel natural to us. So like he's like, all right, I guess I'm doing the art. You know what I mean? And like
you guys have a formula.
Yeah.
Like the formula.
We all have a
clearly
job,
works.
So like everybody's got a job. Like I do the design. Me and Maddie come up with the ideas. Box does the media. Maddie handles the people and the like putting everything together. He like handles everything on a large scale, and I just focus on the details. And Box just gets it all on camera and comes up with ways to make the media look like we can't do it without Box. Like he makes it all look good.
I will say we deep dove a little bit beforehand into some of the videos and media that you guys put out, and it's unbelievable. I mean, it's amazing.
He's a wizard.
he is. He's a
amazing.
natural.
Yeah, let's show. I watched one of the videos. Can we pull up one of the videos for?
Yeah.
I like the coconut,
what's the best
coconut
one that we
one.
should
Coconut
that we should
creeper.
watch?
Yeah, coconut creeper is good.
Coconut creeper, huh?
That was my favorite.
Mr. Coconut Creeper.
Sang the song for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's so good.
I wrote. Did I write this? I think I wrote the song.
Yeah, it's actually
Creeper.
That's Chad. Chad.
yeah from Aqua Cherry.
Mr. Coco Creeper.
He killed it.
Yeah, crushed it.
Mr. Coco Creeper.
And like the thing that's cool about it,
It's just all our friends, like we don't hire any, like all our friends come and help us with this stuff.
it like the quality of it is. Cody, pause it for a second. I can't
right there.
It's so loud I can't even hear myself think.
Coco Creeper.
So, yeah, the fact, like, just the quality of this video, and it's not like in your face like other advertisements where it's like, hey, buy this product. It's just like, it's just worked into the whole vibe of it, the theme, and I mean, it's called the Coconut Creeper. It's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of our followers and the people that are buying the product, they look forward to the media that we drop. And it's not like, hey, this is our product, buy it type of media. It's more of us like having fun, just the way we have fun with this stuff. We have fun through the media. So they look forward to the media just as much as they look forward to the actual product. So like we'll do regular media like leading up to it, like us making it, and then we'll make media of like still photography of it and stuff like that. And then there's one video that's like we usually pick a person and make them the actual creeper. So like there was a tangerine creeper, there was a ruby red creeper, there was the coconut creeper, and it's just like a fun way to kind of advertise, And like the more you kind of understand what we do with our physical products, gives you a better idea of why the transition into the NFT space is just so natural for us. Like like you said, we have a formula. Like this is what we've been doing for 8 years. Is we come up with a really cool idea with really cool artwork. We make really cool media, and the community is the other thing we didn't really talk about yet. But we have a whole community base that is like our diehard people that have been following us this whole time, and they're the people that are there every time that these drop. Like these sell out in 2 minutes every single time, you know. And so the communities based is something called the Holy Black Brotherhood. And when we started, me and him our childhood dream with even when we were kids, we had like the White Tiger Ninja Clan. Like we always wanted to start like a club, you know what I mean? And so when we started the Holy Black, simultaneously we started the Holy Black Brotherhood. And as we grew and we realized that the people that we were associating with in the different barbershops were of a lot of like-minded people. We had a lot of the same interests, and we started an Instagram page just to like keep them all in one place, and we stayed in contact with them. We'd give them like special perks and stuff, and people just like gravitated to it.
Yeah, I feel like realistically, the Brotherhood was something that we always wanted to do, and we had an Instagram set up for it. We had a spot on our website for it, and we sent them out when we did that. We did this thing called Elixir. It was like a secret. It was just like an aftershave that we sent out to only those guys that signed up. But we never really could figure out how to organize it correctly and get everybody. So it's just been kind of in the background. You know what I mean? And it's like something we always want to do. And we always put this kind of shroud of mystery over and made it like an old ancient secret society that we're resurrecting. And if you look on our website, actually, if you go to our homepage and scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see the copyright notice. If you see, it says definitely not a front for an ancient secret society bent on world domination. And that's been there since 2013. You know what I mean? It's just this thing we've had running in the background. But when we started talking about NFTs, I'm like, that's the perfect way to use this NFT as the membership, and we could track who's got it, and the blockchain makes it easy for us to make an actual club and put everybody together. We can use the utility in smart contracts to bring everybody together, and we can actually track who's involved and what they're doing, and that's a big part of the whole thing, besides just the artwork and the community and things like that.
That's, I mean, oh, you wanna?
Well, yeah, I mean,
You
I
haven't
don't
been
know.
chiming in much into you, so I've been stealing all the questions.
So I don't know how deep you guys want to go into your project, but our whole episode was based off of kind of interesting utilities and what projects are good and bad.
What makes a project good?
Yeah, and
Right.
I mean, utility is one of the big things, and I don't know if you guys want to go into a little bit of the utility of your
Yeah,
project.
no, definitely. I think that first and foremost, put utility aside, our community was our main driver for this. We wanted a place that all these people can come. Like I said, people kind of gravitated to the Holy Black Brotherhood. Everybody had it in their bio. They're saluting everybody's posts, and we have a certain emojis that you use, and especially Discord by itself gave a place for all those people to kind of come and conjugate, and it automatically all this stuff that like he said, we kind of kept it mystery for a while because we didn't really know how to utilize it. We know we have all these people that want to be part of what we got going on, but we just didn't know how to organize all of them, and the Discord gave us the opportunity to put them all together.
And that's why our Discord is so. If you go into our Discord, it's so different than any other NFT Discord, because these guys have never even used Discord before, and we got we picked up almost 4,000 people in the last 2 weeks, and they're all, a lot of them, 80% of the people who are active in there have never even. They don't know what an NFT is. They don't know what Discord is, but they know they're here for the brand, and they're here for the brotherhood, and they're here for the club. And so we want to be more of a club that uses an NFT for the membership, and we're teaching them. We're building education, and we're going to teach them how to get into this space, and they're really getting excited about it.
They stand behind us because they've been with us this whole time, and they vouch for us, especially when the regular NFT community comes in to see what we have going on. There's a stockpile of people that are there vouching for what we're doing.
Well, that's one of the big things that you look into in a project. Is
Absolutely.
Is it more for the NFT itself? Is it one of those you purchase and flip, or is it the utility that comes behind it and make it a community and kind of be a club.
Right.
You know?
The
Like,
cool
it's a
thing-
long-term play for us. It's not like it's not for the art, not just for the artwork and not just for the utility. This is an ongoing, not just this project, this collection this project that could go on for 30 years. This project could go.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. Like, we always talk all the time. Like, there's a friggin' Knights of Columbus and a Moose Lodge and like all these things in every single town in every single state, and like and it's just because people want to be part of something and they want to come together, but like they're all whack. You know what I mean? Seriously, there's it's just. There's nothing really there, you know what I mean? Like maybe like an old dingy bar and you could watch like TV, but like
Pancake breakfast.
Knights of
Pancake
Columbus
breakfast.
is actually our next episode sponsor. So
Okay, so
we might have to cut that.
we have to
part.
cut that part out.
Can you imagine Knights of Columbus sponsoring our podcast?
But seriously, like to actually have a club of and like it's almost like a country club, but like that's not like our demographic. You know what I mean? So like to have a club of something that we're really into, and like we already have a clubhouse, and like he was just had up on the Discord. We have a channel in there that's Holy Black Tattoos, and it's like another thing that you come into a regular Discord and you see all these people. They already have, because we have these events, we have these parties, we have a clubhouse, and everybody comes down, and we have a tattoo artist usually there giving away tattoos. If you go to, I think right below that, above that, there's a thing that says past events, and there's another one that says
The compound.
those are all the parties that we have at our compound. So like, what's cool is that our utility of what we're trying to offer all these people, besides the community and the club aspect of it, is we want to actually have a real in real life physical clubhouse where people can actually do events, and it's not like a promise of some idea that we're going to do once we make all this money. Like, we're already doing it. Like, we already have the club, we already have the clubhouse, we already do the events, we already have the people. Now we're just like
Making it better.
Adding
Exactly.
another piece into it.
Exactly.
And
The
that's
club already exists. Like when we throw a party, like our last big party we threw, we had over 1,000 people show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
and they just to be able to make it bigger and better and like
and
also
make it exclusive.
Yeah, make it exclusive just for NFT holders. We can do so many more events, especially if we could, we all pool the money together and we figure out the best ways to just, like, this isn't to make money. This is to make the club, like, more important to us than making, like, becoming millionaires, like, is to, like, enjoy ourselves while we're doing it. And, like, we've been living that life for the last 10 years. Like, we're local and we just keep going in the direction, like, are we having a good time? Yeah, keep doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? That's why we don't have any distribution deals. We do all our distribution across the country to barbershops. Maddie calls every one of them on the phone. We don't
Go
have
there in a fucking RV.
yeah, like we won't sell our product on Amazon, eBay, Target, none of that stuff. And like we've been approached with deals, and we've been approached with all these different kinds of like investors. We have no investors, so we can literally do whatever we want, and we do well enough that we don't need that, and we're just going to build this whole thing up and bring all the people who are into it with us, and we all grow together until we get like this, this huge club of people who are all on the same page as us.
And that's what's really cool is the fact that like originally when we started the Brotherhood, like we're gonna charge for memberships and like, oh, you get like 50% off the website. But now when these people have memberships, now they're like invested in the Brotherhood. So like it's even more so like they were attached to it in the beginning, but now it's like they actually have part of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like we do good, we all do good type of thing. And like that's the whole different level of like commitment from these people,
I feel like it's like they're betting on us to deliver, and they've seen that we can deliver. So it's a pretty safe bet. And then also, you can buy stock in a company, or and you can wait for it, or you can go public with your company. People can buy stock, and if it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you lose money. But with NFTs, like you're pretty much buying stock without like direct from me. Mm-hmm. And then if we do well, you do well, and you make money. But also you get like these fun perks. So like being able to add those utilities, like we're going to offer 50% off on our website. We're going to offer we're going to create events. We're going to do things like that. We're going to, have all these little airdrops and tokens, and we're working on, tokenomics and doing an ERC20 token so that people can, we can reward active members in the Discord, and like, we're doing Solana NFTs that we're going to do giveaways with, and things like that.
So what the charter, the chapters that we're going to build, and you could use that for staking and stuff like that.
Right. So then the next, after we mint, we're going to do, after the second collection will be chapter NFTs, and then you'll need to, there's going to be restrictions, like maybe you need 4 people and put all 4 of those NFTs into a wallet to buy a chapter NFT, and we'll only have a certain amount available, and then those chapter NFTs will allow you to create a chapter in your state or in your county or however we set it up, and then also you can get together with the people in your chapter, and then you can stake your NFTs in the chapter NFT, and now you can get the coins, and you can and if you're in a chapter, you can stake for more money. You can make more coins if you're in an NFT in a chapter. So like we're trying to build the community and give them perks for being in the community and being active in the community. Like we also have like the Holy Black Army, which is they're raiding Twitter posts and servers, and like and we give them rewards and we give them perks and we give them special roles, and I just want to make it fun, and like it should feel like you're in a club and there's stuff to do. You sit in a Discord and chat all day, but like really you want to be able to.
You need to make an experience.
These guys are making friends in there, and they're we're just trying to we do trivia every night 9 p.m. Come to the Discord at 9 p.m. We do trivia, and then after that we go in the war room and we raid, and it's just we're trying to look for any ways we can make this interesting, fun, and exciting, and then in the end we all make money. Everybody makes money together, and we also build this club across the whole country, across the whole world. That I don't know. It's blowing my mind that it's even possible, and I think that we got a really good run at it.
I want to talk about the Discord a little more because you mentioned community. For me personally, community is the biggest thing that makes a project good. And what we see these days is people are just, fake followers.
Yeah.
Just getting bots in their Discord just to pump the numbers.
Yeah, then you go in there and there's just people saying, "Hey, hi, good morning, hey," and then there's no actual
lucky,
conversation.
Yeah, and you guys have been building this for 10 years. This is a true community.
Yeah, what's crazy is the NFT space moves so fast, and everybody wants to build a community, and it makes me laugh sometimes because I've been working on my community for 8 years, and you still my Brotherhood has 2,000 people in it, but they're my freaking people, you know what I mean? But everybody wants to build a community overnight, and a community, that's not what a community is. You can't fake a community. You can't just I'm sure you can pay your way to 10,000. I've seen projects that were pre-mint that had 500,000 people in the Discord, and there's people talking and stuff, but it's just all forced. You know what I mean? So to build an actual real community, that takes years. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Yeah, you could get secondary market exposure, have all these people come in, and then have some sort of community that based off the project that you did. But an actual real community with real people that care about each other and working together, and actually the conversations that are in there, dude's talking about issues he's having with his son, and everybody's God, you know what I mean? It's just real community stuff, and that is, that's where I think that we bring tremendous amount of value. Is not this isn't oh shit, everybody's making money in the NFT space. Let's put together this project. We'll pay some people to get into the Discord. We'll pay advertise. It's just you have to do it fast because the NFT space just works faster than regular real life and regular commerce. But if you can come into it with authenticity and roll off of that and just stay true to what you want to do and you believe, and you have a little bit of momentum in the beginning from the people you originally have, it's a home run when it comes to this. Community is forefront of everything that we
Number
do.
one.
Everything.
And that's why we have the Purge. I don't know if you want to talk about the Purge.
Yeah. I saw. So I was looking at the Discord, and so I don't come from a gaming background. That's where
I come in.
Nick and
Us either.
Yeah. So Discord was. I'm guessing it was new to you guys. It was new to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
I used to use it a little bit when I was younger and playing some games, just to talk to my friends.
Yeah,
And
and
I still had no
fine.
idea. How to
That's
use
the
it.
That's the main thing. So Discord, I'm not sure how long it's been around. It's been around for a while, but it's all gaming related. Streamers make their communities and they post all exclusive stuff in there. They have
But Nick, you go into a Discord being a gamer, and you understand the layout of it. You understand how it
Oh
works.
well, of course. I've been
People-
using it for so
exactly.
long. Of course.
People like us, and I'm sure a large number of the community, because they're not familiar with it, it is new to them.
It's
Yeah,
daunting.
it was very daunting to me when I first came in there, and especially our followers. Like I said,
We had to teach them how to make an invite. We made videos for them, and
And that's why it's so strong, because, and I feel Discords that are created by people that don't understand Discord are 10 times, 100 times better because they are very clear, very to the point. They're more inviting to people.
you understand
And that's what you
what
guys
it's
did.
like. You understand
your-
what it's like to not know how to navigate. You know what I mean?
Well, it's getting to a point now where the actual people that are in the NFT space know enough about Discord because every project has a Discord.
Sure.
You know, and it's getting to a point now where you can kind of start integrating more of that natural Discord regular, like people who regularly use Discord. You can start integrating more and more complex stuff into the Discord.
Yeah, absolutely.
People will understand it.
So yeah, take us on a tour. Cody, show us this. Yeah, show us the Discord, and then let's talk about the purge a little bit.
That's the purge. Yeah. So again, and I like.
Yeah, and the purge is something that most Discords don't want to do.
Of course.
You know what I mean? You don't want to. We remove people who are not active or aren't participating, and like we look for people who are dicks. You know what I mean? We take them out.
Yeah.
And like most people just pad those numbers up, and like we're actively in there trying to just remove people that are not contributing. And like at least introduce yourself. At least try to level a little bit. And we give them some time, and like some people are lurking because they don't know how to interact yet, and but like it gets to the point where I don't want people in there that aren't going to contribute. You know what I mean?
You got to be about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Don't
Like,
talk
I
about
gotta
it.
start
Yeah.
talking in there before I get removed.
You guys get the total number of members in your Discord. That's like a true number.
Yeah.
Because you are doing these monthly purges. How often do you do it? Is it every month?
We have some moderators that are helping us with it too, and so it's just
It's active all the time. Like I'm in there all the time. He's in there all the time. Our other two team members are in there all the time. And so if there's people in there that are like just not jiving or there for the wrong reasons or just trying to spam or bot, like those guys are all getting deleted. But then at least once a week we go in there and we go through the people and we try to. And if someone signs up for the server and they haven't been active and they've been there for
or they
months,
haven't verified and they're just sitting there and they're still
like, there's
they don't
no
still don't have a role, like you're gone.
again, like keeping the community authentic is like even for people coming in, investors and all that, like that is the most value you could have is when you have an authentic community. And like if it takes a little longer to get there that way, like but at the end of the day, it's not a numbers game. Like you could put 10,000 people in there and because you're trying to seem as if you're something else, and that's great for selling out. But if you really stay true to like I'm trying to build a club and an authentic group of people that are all here for the right reasons and we're all like what I mean, then like to me this is the only way to do it.
And it's not about selling out. You know what I mean? Like it's not about making a collection, selling it out, and making more money. It's about
Finding the right
actually
people.
finding those people. So even if it takes 3 weeks, a month, a year to sell out that project, at least everybody who owns one of those NFTs, they're going to hold it. The price is going to go up because they're solid holders. You know what I mean? Like they can get into staking, they can make money. We can all make money, but the guys who get this are going to be the ones that really should be there. You know
and
what I
in
mean?
the long term for business, it works out in your favor.
The
Like when
conversion rates,
like you have the right people in there, and I could tell you the people that are in there now because nobody knows about us. We're just coming from our immediate following from our
Socials,
product line. So these people, they're not buying this to flip it. Like they might buy a couple of them and then use some to flip it. Like these guys actually want to be part of the club, it just keeps it real. You know what I mean?
You need a strong base in the NFT community.
Yeah.
That's where the trust aspect comes in because like 90% of people that don't like NFTs is like they're all a scam.
Yeah, rug
And that's-
pull.
Exactly, and that's where like the trust aspect and the vetting comes in. It's like you guys are removing people for not being active.
Yeah.
And like you're trying to build a legit community of
Yeah.
people to interact with and people to kind of have, this group of their friends.
Yeah, and also they know us. Like we're doxxed. Like they know our real names. They know Box. They know, they know we've been doing this for 9 years. I'm not going to put my reputation of my whole company on the line to make a couple $1,000. You know what I mean? It's silly. So like we really want to do it. And like the ultimate goal of this thing, we have like big goals. And like we want to bring everybody up with us. And like you tell them a little bit about probably like the ultimate reveal, like the end result on our utility.
Really, what our like grand reveal is, like we get into it a little bit in our roadmap, but we don't dig too deep into it. But what our ultimate goal is, and really like again, this is just like what we actually want to do. You know what I mean? This is something that we've been talking about forever, and the fact that we could do this,
Regardless of NFT, pretty much you guys
no
can
matter
do it anyway.
No matter what, like
Yeah.
this was like always our plan. So now that we could attach this, makes it like that's why we're like beyond dedicated to this. Like we were built to do this. This is what we were meant to do. And so anyway, our long-term goal is to, and I don't even know how long-term it is, but is to get a piece of land and build like we have a clubhouse now, and like that's just what we built for ourselves and our friends. But to build the ultimate clubhouse for the club would be to get a piece of land and pretty much, I mean, turn it into like I would like I guess you could call it like an Airbnb where we could build yurts and tree houses and all like cool places to stay, and then really cool activities like a circle track to bring hot rods to, and maybe a drag strip, a spot to shoot guns, like the whole like what embodies the Holy Black.
What
like,
we would want as our ultimate
Exactly.
like clubhouse.
and then it would just pretty much be for members only. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that
we would build it
Pretty much a fantasy
all the
package.
way. Yeah, but
like,
like
on another level.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like, I mean, that's
like,
how-
we have a fantasy.
that's what that is
factor,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we have a bar, we have a land, we have our office, we have the tiki bar out back, we have the barbershop in there, we have an old fallout shelter that's behind like secret doors, and like that's just what we've done on like a shoestring budget, like from like just out of pure fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like now that we could attach this NFT to it and we could sell out a collection and have some capital to actually play with, now we could really build something that nobody's ever seen before, ever. Like, and like again, like we've been talking about building a treehouse hotel like since we're kids. Like, you know what I mean? And like to be able to it be realistic and be able to do like a members only, like it is like it's gonna be the most incredible space anyone's ever seen, ever. You know what I mean? So
That's sick.
yeah, and that's just like the fast version. Like it goes pretty deep on like what we plan on doing with the
yeah,
space.
because
We try to
there's also let's keep some stuff close to the chest.
we
'cause-
try to keep some stuff because you want to be able to reveal more stuff, and also like it's exciting when you have
new stuff.
Yeah,
to talk about.
but
Yeah, I gotta pick one of these up when they come out.
But like it's also I mean we haven't really talked about it in the roadmap, but like the chapters that we talked about is like we're gonna try and find ways to have these guys be able to open their own clubhouses around the country. You know what I mean? Not just the main one. The main one is going to be over the top, and like everybody can come, and like enough room for everybody to camp there, so we can invite them for a big event. However many times a year. But like you could also book it out. Book out certain areas of it because you're a holder.
or lease it.
You could lease it out to other people and let them, book a room there too, so they can make a little money on it. But also making those chapters allows them to, like I said, they can stake and they can do different things. They can create, like we have a whole thing called, if you look in there, called Articles of Conduct, and that's like the whole layout of how our whole NFT is going to work, and like what you need to do to be a member, and like it's 18 pages of this is where you're at, and this is and it explains how the chapters work and how everything works, and this is something that we wrote 3-4 years ago, so it's like the whole organization.
So if someone purchases one of the chapter NFTs, right, and they open up a chapter, now are you planning to, in the long term, put one of these, land?
Well, the chapters, we haven't really gone into it in our roadmap, but if you read the Articles of Conduct, there is a part where the chapters kind of govern themselves. You need to own a chapter NFT to open one, but like that's where they would pay dues to the chapter. Just like a motorcycle club or Knights of Columbus, you pay your dues to that individual chapter. We don't take any of that money. It's just that's their own thing, and then we can provide them with how to run it and all that type of stuff. But it's really up to them, and they get to use the name, and then we set them up with like a package deal with like flags and all that stuff. But it's really up to them, and they're creating their own club locally. And they could bring in new members by buying member NFTs directly from us.
Yeah.
And then, for the rest of the time, they support their own clubhouse.
I'm seeing it happen already in the Discord. Like
Guys are finding each
I
other.
got like 8 guys in there that are all from Kentucky, and they're already in there themselves. Like, yo, let's get up, let's go have a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
some
like,
dudes in Lindenhurst that
Yeah,
I
there's-
don't even know them in
There's
real
a
life.
bunch of guys in Lindenhurst.
They got together when they were fixing up cars the other day. I wanted to run over there. I
Yeah.
didn't get a chance, but like,
And like really like another thing that we've been doing forever, especially like me in particular, it's like what I'm really passionate about is throwing events. I throw a Halloween party every single year. That's when he was talking about that 1,000 people came. We threw it at a motocross track, and we had sideshow performers, and we had punk rock bands, we had fucking
Monster
monster
truck
trucks and
rides.
shit. So events is like I've been doing it since I've been having Halloween parties since I'm a little kid. So this really gives me the opportunity to like really flex that. Like I want to throw events all over the country, and I want to make holder events that I could do, and like this gives me the ability to really like spread my wings with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you, again, there's a channel in there called Past Events. You go in there and you can see what we've done on a smaller scale with our like immediate brotherhood, which is just really like our group of friends that we've established throughout business in the past couple of years. You know, like our barbershops and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think also in the Compound channel, you could see some images from some of the most recent, like I think the luau party we did recently,
Yeah.
and you know, there's just some images there of
That's
you know,
our
what goes on
And
at the Compound.
this is your current location, right? The current club.
Yeah, that's where we are now, right here in Lindenhurst.
So, like, really, like, in a nutshell, now that you kind of get a gist of us and as a company and what we do, you could really understand now why we're in this space. Like, from the limited editions being the actual, like, now just going digital with them instead of a physical product, but then the in real life stuff and creating a community and a club and events and, like, the whole thing that, like, when I learned about how NFTs really work, from that point until now, it's all I could think of, because it's what, like, we sell grooming products, but like the way we market and the way we like rally the troops and like everything we do is more based around NFT than it is anything else. Like we've been a real life NFT company for 8 years. You know what I mean? And now this technology came out that allowed us to really like pour gas on it. Like this is what we've been doing as passion and fun to just drive traffic to our regular e-commerce website. But now we could turn it into our full-time, like, to be honest, like we're full-time into this. We are up till 3 a.m. every single night. This is all we do and like we are all in. 100%.
And it's honestly, that's like what you need. And to all the people out there that are like into NFTs and looking for new projects, like, and don't know how to vet, like this is what you look for in your founders. Like I can't say it enough. Like every single thing you guys are doing, you're doing it right. And it's all about building trust. I'm personally into products that are fully doxed, and you guys are doing that to the max. I mean, every single thing. I can't say it enough. Cody, I think you had a question over there. You wanna?
I appreciate it.
We got a little echoey mic from Cody today.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible. No, what I was trying to say is with the whole Discord thing, right? They actually did the community right. Whereas it wasn't so focused on just the NFT and the whole, right? It's more, you guys were focused on building the community and all that. Where you see a lot of projects fail is they're building a Discord just to sell their NFT. And they're trying to rush it, build the community real fast, and that's all their goal is. Whereas your guys, like I said, it's building a different community. The NFT just has to be an add-on to it, and that's the perfect way to go about it. That's what you really need to do, and you see here how many people are actually joining Discord and taking part.
Yeah. You know, the Discord itself, I actually had it embedded in the website. If you go like the Wayback Machine and go look at my website from like probably 3 or 4 years ago, I used to have an IRC channel. I was always trying to get those guys. I ran an old school BBS that was hidden in the website. Like I was always trying to like get everyone together, and like it's always been so hard to figure out the right way to do it. And now
Funky too, like
now that Discord is becoming more, mainstream, and people like, it was really just convincing them to like spend the time to learn it, and like, giving them some perks and letting them know we're 100% going in on this thing. The Brotherhood, like I said, we've been doing the Instagram since 2013, and trying to get people to just to follow it and keep up. Like, we've been trying to keep that mystery up, and it's amazing that now with NFTs we can bring that community in and like give them something to work towards. You know what I mean?
They now have actually something that says like, hey, I'm a member.
Exactly.
It's like
and they have a purpose.
It's secure.
It's their membership card. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, you stopped by yesterday. We had a nice little chat. You showed us these little cards that you had.
The Brotherhood coins.
Yeah. So if you want to go into a little bit more like
Yes.
that,
So
and how it ties in.
we created which is funny now thinking of it, now that we're in this space, because it's really like a physical form of the NFT. It was a membership card. It was a card that had a coin on it. We had these coins made, and we'd always keep them on us whenever we went anywhere. And we felt like we met someone that like we saw eye to eye with, or had like-minded or whatever, we'd give them one. Or if like we had barbershops that were like
Even when we were doing the shipping, people would buy, if they bought a certain like, we'll look at their account, and if they ordered like anything that was like a lot of our swag and stuff, we would send one out to them. You know what I mean? Like people who we thought deserved them.
And then it says on the card to carry it with you, show it at your events, and like, and we have our events. People bring their Brotherhood coins, and like, it's just like it was a physical form of an NFT, which is it's pretty wild. It just came around full circle. I feel like everything I've learned in business and everything that we've been working towards has been like gearing us up to do this. You know what I mean? I really do.
It sounds like that.
And it's something that we can do forever now. Like we can keep building, and like it's something we can really like sink our teeth into.
Nothing's ever felt this natural for me. Like I've had multiple, like I said,
and you're not, he's not a technical guy. Like I'm more the computer guy.
Not at all.
And like he's like, these NFTs we got to do. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. This was a year ago. I was like, and finally, like one of our friends was like, you guys got to get going on these NFTs, and he's like, listen, I'm not the technical guy. I need you to find out. I started looking into them like in an hour. I was like, yo, we got to get moving on this right now. And we've been learning ever since. And now in the past 3 months is when we really started actually working on a project. But like it was a lot. It was a big learning curve. It took us 6 months to get to the point where we felt like we were responsible enough and know enough to actually bring a project to market. And we had to find the right. Like we have a developer, Paul, and he's amazing. He's young too. How old is Paul? He's in his 20s.
Yeah, he's young.
And he's got his head wrapped around, and all the he's done minting engines before. He's done the production of all the artwork, and I never made NFT artwork. I'm a graphic designer, by necessity. I've been doing it since 2013. I mean, when I was a kid, I messed around with it, but like I'm learning how to do the art, and Maddie's working on all the like the people, I'm working with the community and things like that, and Box is doing the media, and Paul's doing all the technical stuff, and he's teaching us, and so we really got a great team, and it's going to be.
It's why it was kind of exciting to meet you guys, because like outside of our little circle that we meet in every single night, like, and we speak this language, like anyone else, I'm like, okay, so this is what an NFT is. Like, so to have you guys around the block, that's why you called me and you would tell me about this podcast, and I was like, I'll come there right now. Like, you know what I mean? Because to talk to people that are in this space that know it is so refreshing, especially local, on a, like, face-to-face. Like, I
don't think we even touched on it.
I can literally see
you can see the warehouse from the window of our podcast.
And it was just like straight coincidence.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't even touch on the fact that, like, we own a local barbershop. You guys are doing this in our town, and you reached out for us to bring some product by, and
you guys go to the barbershop. Like,
that's how this whole thing like came through. Like, it's such like when I called you, I was like, wow, literally across the street.
Yeah, and on the way here, me and him were saying is like, I always feel like you just like put things out into the universe, and like they kind of come to you. Like, where we thought we were the only people, we're the only people on Long Island doing this right now. Meanwhile, you guys are next door to us in the same fucking state of mind,
It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's like, I mean, I'm excited for your project. You guys are going to do very big things in this space.
I hope so.
Your community is going to be better than any community out there, in my opinion.
I mean, I think that's what people really want, too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, the artwork, like, there's people that are collecting art, and, like, I think our artwork's dope. I love the whole angle we're going with it. But, like, and I think the utility is going to be incredible. But really, at the heart of it, it is about the community.
It's a club with an NFT project, really. Instead of an NFT project, that's a club. You know what I mean? Like, we've already had the club for, 10 years.
And when the money doesn't matter, you're doing it for fun. It's something you're going to do regardless.
Yes. I live by that.
Yeah, that's the key.
The money will follow, you know what I mean? And that's the best thing is, like, if I started this club before this and I charged memberships, like, they would just be paying money to me to be in my club. But now they're buying into something that we all could potentially make money together.
We can never really rectify that. We can never, like, justify charging people to be in our club. But now it's like they're buying into the club. And, like, if this NFT goes up in price, they win. If it... it's like they're betting on us, and like that's so important.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest. Between me and Shane, we've talked to so many founders, and it's like just the way you guys talk about your project and the way you guys are going about it. You guys are probably some of the best founders that we've talked to.
Well, that's awesome to hear because I haven't talked to any founders. Like, you know what I mean? Seriously.
Not really, no.
No, I mean, like, I know a couple people that start. I literally don't know anybody like personally. Like, again, I'm on the internet talking to people all day about this, but. Like, personally, I don't know, like I can tell you 400 people that I am close to that have started a small business and whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I've been in that game my entire life, but I don't know anybody in this space, and I think that's what's helping us. Is like I'm not finding cool projects and be like, okay, let's do our version of this. We were just like, we understand the way it works. Now let's take what we do and apply it to it.
You're
like,
literally carving your own path.
Yeah,
and it
that's
took us a
exactly what
long
you're doing.
time to come up with the right way to approach this. Like like I said, we wrote an 18-page, like this is like our manifesto, and like
and a lot of it's not standard in the NFT space. Like our roadmap is. It's a decent read, and a lot of these NFT guys are like, hey, could you put this into a picture
this is JPEG?
so we could just kind of
Yeah.
like see the roadmap? And like, I do want to cater to the people, but at the same time, I'm like, well, we're trying to offer, and like how much passion I have in it, I can't tell you it in a sentence.
if you're not willing to read it, then you don't belong here. Really,
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to.
I mean, so the whole other side of our company is, we have the media side where we do podcasts and, content and all that. The whole other side is an incubation side of the company. So we actually help
Well, that's
launch.
one of the services. We work
Yeah.
with businesses
We build
helping
their-
them
their
build
projects.
and integrate and pretty much innovate in the Web3 space.
Yeah, and we've had so many projects come to us, and there's been a handful that the founders are pretty much dumping this money into the company, having us run their project for them, and they have no part. They're just there to collect a paycheck. And
Yeah.
I mean, to see two founders right here that are really deep diving into making this community and making this NFT project mean something. It's refreshing. It's something new.
It's a lot of people that say, oh shit, this space is gonna make a ton of money. Here's some money, make me an NFT.
Exactly.
I don't know what it's gonna
I
be.
feel that. You see that, and it's like, okay, we could just make a quick flip NFT. I can make the artwork and pay a guy on Fiverr, a couple $100, and
It's not hard to start.
Everybody's just rug pulling and like to put
Right there.
put your name on the.
That's my rug pull. I got rug pulled.
got
I got
rug
rug
pulled
pulled
on
on.
that, baby?
Yeah,
You had
both
20.
of
You already have 25 of them.
26 of them got rug pulled.
But not for nothing, it
I've
kind
seen
of
some kids got they
Arrested,
got,
right?
they
Arrested,
got
yeah.
wire fraud.
Federal
For
crime.
rug pull. Get them. Go get them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's what we need in this space. It's like
Exactly.
to only deal with docs teams, and then people start looking at this more like companies and like an actual real company. Like right now, it's just the Wild West. And like I hope we all listen to Gary Vee, and he's always talking about like this whole thing's gonna there's gonna be like that .com crash, but the people who are real are gonna be the ones that come up out of the ashes and like keep moving. So like the most important thing is just keep it real, do it, and like stick to it, and like stick to your guns and be a real person. Like it's not that hard.
and it's not even just in the NFT space. It's in anything. Like
Right.
remember that one day some guy came to me. I was at a hair convention, and I was like guerrilla style. I couldn't afford a booth. I had pomade samples in my backpack, and I was out there like passing them out to like people in the booth.
Flyers, yeah.
And some like big like hairstylist, he thinks he's a celebrity, was like he was like, anyone with $5,000 could start a pomade company. And like at first it hit me, and I was like, he's right. You know what I mean? But just like this, anyone with $5,000 could start an NFT company. You know what I mean?
Is it gonna be good?
But at the end of the day, like, what do you really have to offer? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made us go down this rabbit hole of just taking what we're passionate about and applying it to what we do, and then the business kind of takes care of itself. And I feel like that's the same thing with this: is people, you could dump a bunch of money into a service industry and tell them to make me an NFT project, but like, if you don't have the fucking meat behind it, like you don't, and like
It's a waste of time. You might make some quick money and then you're out.
and they will make money, but
They make money right now, but like what a waste
It
of
won't
time.
last. It won't last. Yeah.
We don't do anything like quick. We take our time and we go all in on everything. Sometimes it's to our detriment, you know what I mean? But
That's what
it's
you need right now.
but it's worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
know? Like
So-
I love what we do.
So, 2 last questions, and we'll keep them quick. Do you guys know when you plan on announcing a launch date?
When
Do you have
mint.
that on the calendar at some point?
When mint. We're trying.
You don't have to give the mint date.
No, we're trying
Maybe
to
just
keep
a
it in,
date
in
for
the
an announcement.
next few months. Yeah,
Okay.
Not too long. We're trying to do it as quickly as possible.
Yep.
But I also want to make sure our community is ready and we have the right amount of people. We haven't even released how many we're minting yet.
or how much they're going
We
to
are
be.
on the Ethereum blockchain, but we do have some other, like I said, we have some other things going on before mint. Like we have these, we have some tokens that are going to be coming out on Solana that we use for giveaways and for other things, and we're working on an actual coin that they can use for trading and things like that. So we want to make sure everything's set up for them, and then we're going to drop the mint, and then we're going to go and then add on to that.
really
as we
dive
go.
in.
Especially the route that we're going.
There's no rush.
There's no way to really like pour gas on it. To get to where we want to be before we mint, I think is going to take a little longer than the average product
We don't
project.
run ads. You know, we don't pay. Like we're trying to do it as organically.
Organic, yep.
Even for our website, like you'll see, we don't really run a lot of like Google ads or Facebook ads. Every once in a while, you know, we have a good like something we're pushing, we'll put it out there. But like we don't we rather bring in organically because you know like our conversion rate on our website is like 40-50% higher than in our industry because the people who come to our website want to be there. They're not being pulled in by an ad getting tricked. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's important that we do it that way.
We're like that with everything. Is like we always say like you could grow really fast with a weak foundation, or you can grow really slow with a really strong foundation. And when you grow that way, you just can't
Put us out of business.
You can't. fuck
Yeah,
with
you
us.
build the long-lasting
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's just everybody wants everything so fast, especially in this space. You know, but I definitely foresee that our project be ready like early summer. I mean, I don't want you to quote me on anything, but
Yeah.
that's really what.
Yeah, of course, anything could come up. That's just how this
Yeah.
industry is. Okay, so final question. Will we see you guys at NFT NYC?
Yeah, let's set up a barbershop, start cutting some hair. I'll
I
get
wanna
people's
go-
ear
I
and
wanna
talk to them
go.
about my
We've
project.
been talking about going.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
What's the dates on that again? Do you know?
June 26th.
June
The
26th.
20th to the 26th.
We're definitely going to that.
Yeah,
Gotta
we'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
At least me and him will be there. We'll
If
see
we
how
have a
much
picture,
folks
I think we'll pull up a picture now of the setup that you guys do. I saw it on the street fair, whatever.
For
it
what,
is.
Wednesdays on Wellwood?
Yeah,
have a
outside
picture of
the
that?
shop. Well, I'm sure we can find one. We'll get one and put it on. I took a video and sent it to him actually, and because
That's
I
not
was
even
like,
the whole.
"Whoa."
That's not even the whole setup.
We
It
go
was wild.
really all in whenever we do conventions. Like we actually have guys that run like the barbers conventions. They give us the space to just because they know we're going to bring value to their event. Like I went and did a BarberCon in Brooklyn, and I built out a full skate park and hired like professional skateboarders. And we do CT Barber Expo. We built a full booth out of. Actually, that's the booth that it was in Wednesdays on Wellwood. It's a wooden booth. All like you have to build like you build a small
car.
house. Like it's crazy.
It was
Everybody's
so
there
sick.
with like vinyl banners and like you know what I mean, and like a ping pong table. And we're there with friggin' we straight up built the whole thing out of wood.
You guys
But
had
to
like
your
a
heads,
big
Honestly, we
crowd.
should set up at. I don't know what booth rentals are there, but we should go there and just fucking.
If you
turn
guys
up.
did that,
NYC,
that
that's a great
setup,
idea. We should set up a booth.
Yeah.
They do booths, yeah.
Yeah, that setup there would definitely gain some buzz. I mean, you guys had a crowd like there, just
Yeah.
like looking at people getting their haircut. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, I've never seen like anything like this.
Do that before we met.
Yeah,
That'd be great. That'd be
100%. That would be big for you guys.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we'll be there. We'll talk.
You got to get the
We'll
right
figure
spot
something out.
though, because
Yeah, we know about that.
it's like the Super Bowl of NFTs. You know, they lock down like all of Times
Last
Square.
year was a little different. It was newer. NFT space was brand new. This year it's gonna
Be
it's gonna
packed.
be big. Yeah, it's.
Well, we'll
I have
see
a
you
feeling
there.
it'll do much
We'll
bigger.
see
Yeah,
you guys
we'll see
there.
you guys
Let's do
there.
it.
Yeah, with 100%.
We'll at least be there to hang out. You know.
Yeah,
I'll be doing my back to my
Everybody-
roots, but a backpack and a friggin'.
Throwing the after parties.
Bunch of pomade in your
Yeah.
backpack.
Yeah.
The after
No, we
parties
should
are
do-
the after parties are sick there.
Well, that's how Maddie started with. We would go to the biggest hair shows in the country, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of people there, and then he would walk around with a backpack with a couple of our friends, and we would just go out and give out flyers, and then we would tell them that all these celebrity hairdressers are going to be there, and 600-700 people show up that night, you know, and like we would
We
throw
do after
we would
parties
throw
on
after
branded
parties.
Holy Black, and so instead of paying for a booth, I'd go to like a venue and I'd be like, "Hey, it's Monday because hairdressers are off on Mondays, so that's when the events are." So I'd go to them and be like, "Hey," and they're like, "Oh, we're closed today." I'm like, "Okay, open up and you can keep the bar. I'll bring hundreds of people here. Just give me the door, you know." And then I'd go around to all the conventions and I'd fucking promote an after party, and then all these people would come to this after party. It'd be branded Holy Black, and I'd be getting paid for exposure. You know what I mean? Like, that's,
Wow, that's a smart idea.
Yeah,
That's
you
good for
get real
NYC.
If
creative.
you guys do that, take that mindset and like do that strategy for NFT.
We should throw the
NYC.
after party for.
I mean,
Probably a bunch of after parties already going on.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know,
there's gonna be a lot, but I mean,
we can
if
crush
you guys,
it.
yeah, you guys have the experience in it. And
Yeah.
We could bring all our own people too. All right, we'll talk about that.
yeah. That, I mean,
Yeah,
guys,
that's a great
We'll
idea.
be back
was-
next week to do the next
yeah.
episode.
Well,
After
you guys
we do
could
that
seriously
party.
come on whenever you want. This is a fun conversation. Yeah, thank you for coming on. Okay, what's next?
Thanks for having us.
And yeah, now I think we're about to send it to Cody on the platform. Let's go up to the platform. We'll see you guys there. We'll be back on the other side of this break.
Yeah, it's Cody on the platform.
This station is Lindenburg. This is the train to Babylon. The next station is Babylon.
Damn, I guess these people love NFTs.
Yeah, it's Cody on the platform.
And we are back. Cody took the platform once again. Cody, you love talking to those people out there. You love talking to those people.
Oh, it was a blast just getting ignored.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. I love that segment. But let's talk about that interview. Let's recap. Cody, unfortunately, couldn't really be in the conversation too much because we were having some mic difficulties, and his was a little bit echoey. But
You got a question in there.
he did get a question. I mean,
To answer one.
what are your thoughts on the Holy Black Brotherhood?
Shane, I said it during the interview, and I'll say it again. I rarely buy into NFT projects strictly because I want to make sure that I 100% want to be part of this project. That is a project, just sitting down with the founders and talking to them, I want to buy into that project. And they haven't even announced the release date yet, and I'm devoted.
It's because they're all about that slow grind.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. You do not build a community overnight. It takes, you got to put in the work. And that's what really makes them, like, that's what's making them, they're going to stand out from the rest. They're in it for the long haul, and you could tell.
All I have to say, like you said, from just witnessing the conversations and everything like that, their project will sell out. Guaranteed. Like, you know how you wish you knew, like, Bored Ape Yacht Club, like, before it got popular? We know this is going to be popular. They have the community. The idea is amazing. Everything they bring to the table is on point. If you haven't already, join their Discord, buy their merch. Join the brotherhood.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
look,
literally, I'm
and
telling you right now, get in with this crowd because I tell you right now, this NFT is going to be big and it's going to be long lasting.
This is not even like Cody saying buy their merch. This is not even like, that was my phone ringing from my computer screen. Let's keep rolling though. That Cody saying, Cody, why are you mailing my phone ringing like I'm like throwing this whole podcast off?
Literally, rule one of stupid.
I tell everyone,
turn your fucking
I tell
phone
everyone
off.
to turn their phone off, and then my phone is the one to ring. I apologize. Anyway, Cody saying buy their merch. Like, these products, like, yeah, they're sponsoring the episode, but, like, we don't let just anyone sponsor the episode. Like, we want to, like, really, like the product. Like, we use it all the time. Like, we use it. So, the fact that we got to talk with them, really cool. The fact that they're also doing an NFT project is just, like, such a coincidence. Because when we first started talking to them,
It was
we
strictly
didn't
for
even
this,
know.
right?
We didn't even know they were doing this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, Shane, we hit them up for, they were a local barbershop. We go to their barbershop, me, you, Cody, and we knew that they were a brand, so we said, hey, you guys want to do some product placement? They were like, oh, well, what's it for? And we're like, well, an NFT podcast. They're like, oh, well, this, that, and the third. And it just kind of
They
spurred
jumped
from there.
in,
It was
and
crazy.
I was like, wow, this is just like, it's the type of thing, and they are a national company. Like, they do e-commerce all over the country. Like, I guess not national, they're a local company, but they do e-commerce nationwide. And the way they just run their operation is the way you have to do it, and that's going to translate very well into the NFT space. They, like they said, they've been doing an NFT marketing campaign, all that stuff, for years with no NFT.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They're gonna be
It's going
strong.
to be huge. And I'm going to try and get that blacklist, and I'm going to try and get 3.
Absolutely. I'm
So-
going right there with you on that one.
I mean, guys, this was a great episode. Before we wrap this up, we got to talk about the wall.
Let's talk about the wall.
So, we got, I didn't want to talk about it. We do got My Lazy Lion up there, though. And if you want your NFT to be featured on our wall, if you're a project, you want your NFT to be up there, we'll talk about it at the end of the episode. We'll throw it up on the screen, talk about the launch date, talk about your utility, really dive into it.
If you're
Contact
interested,
us, yeah.
Contact us. Contact me, myself, Nick at dynamic3.io.
Whoa, he's doxxed.
Nick
Whoa.
at dynamic3.io.
Whoa. Oh. You're a madman.
Floop is a madman.
Floop is a madman. Help us, save us.
Floop is a madman. Help us, save us.
The people are probably like, who the
What
heck is Floop and why is he a madman? Spy Kids reference for all you, what would that be? Millennials?
Yeah,
Is that
millennials.
Floop is a madman, help us, save us. All right. That's it, guys. A good episode. A good interview. Cody on the Platform. A hit as always. We'll be back next time. Cody, call us out. What do you got to say to the camera?
What's up?
I got it.
Okay. Let's try it again. Nick, what do you got to say to the camera?
Okay, what's next?
And that's how it's done, baby. What's next? What's next? What's next? If you enjoyed the content in this episode, make sure to check out our entire channel. Check out our socials. Check out our streams. We're talking about good stuff all day. Follow, like, subscribe. We'll talk to you guys next time.